how to turn $700 into more than $3,000. I'm full-time institutional crypto trader, and I will show you a beginner-friendly strategy that you never heard about, but could make you 2x, 3x, or even 4x of profit fast. So let's go! $2x or 4x of profit has also a high risks. But if you can do that even few times a year with a risky part of your portfolio, then it will push your total return significantly higher. And I will explain this strategy very simple, so even a beginner will able to trade this strategy. So generally speaking, I benefit if the price of Bitcoin stays in a trading range. And because Bitcoin stays very often in a trading range and moves sideways for many days, this strategy could be very profitable. And first of all, for our strategy, we need to highlight the current market price. So let's say it is very close to the level of $88,000. The second step, to find the closest support and resistance level. For example, here we can see that the level of $84,000 looks as a good support level, and a level of $92,000 looks as a good resistance level in this case. And here we go, this is the range that we assume that the Bitcoin price will move in the next days. And the best part of this strategy, that Bitcoin price can move even lower and after come back to $88,000. And I will make nice profit because price come back to this price range. And I don't have any liquidation because the price returned in the consolidation zone. And the main point is that after some time, as price stays in this price range, I make a nice profit, up to 4x of profit. And this is crazy return. For example, by opening the trade at the 20th of November, after 4 days, I could have already 2x of profit. And such high profitability we can earn because we are going to use Bitcoin options. And Bitcoin options can be traded on Binance Exchange, Bybit, OKX, and also Deribit by Coinbase, which has the highest trading volume in the cryptocurrency options. And if you don't have account on Deribit by Coinbase exchange, you can use the link in the description below and get nice bonus from me. And to trade this strategy, we need in total 4 Bitcoin call options. So I need to buy 2 call options and I need to sell 2 call options. And all of them have to have the same expiration date. And because we already defined support and resistance level, this will be very simple. So let's dive in. So once again, our current market price is $88,000 and this is the middle of our strategy. And here we need to sell 2 call options. So first of all, I will show you step by step how to execute this strategy on ByBit Exchange. And after that, I will show you how to trade this on Deribit Exchange by Coinbase. So first of all, we have to open the options, Bitcoin options, and click on Position Builder. And after that, we need to open the butterfly strategy. And here we can see 3 call options that we need for our strategy. And let's take a look once again at our graph to understand exactly which strike prices we need. So as I said, the current market price of Bitcoin is equal to almost $88,000. So we need to find the closest strike price to the current market price. In this case, this will be $88,000. And if you're watching this in the future, just find the strike price that is current to the current market price. If the current market price is $100,000, the strike price will be $100,000, and so on. So first of all, let's select the expiration date. So let's take, for example, the 12th of December. And now let's take a look at the call option, which is in the middle. So the strike price has to be our current market price. So as I said, the Bitcoin price is almost $88,000. So that's why I'm selecting $88,000. And after that, we just need to take our support level and resistance level. And both of them have to have the same distance from the current market price. And here we go. We have our support level of $84,000 and we have our resistance level, which is equal to $92,000. And the distance on the downside and also on the upside is equal, which is equal to $4,000. And that's it. And this strategy will be able to generate 4x of profit. And let's take a look at this in more details. So as I said in the beginning, 2 call options will be sold. So in this case, quantity is equal to 2 and 2 call options will be bought. In this case, $84,000 and $92,000. So I'm going to sell 2 call options in the middle and then buy 1 call option on the downside and buy 1 call option on the upside. And let's take a look now at the payoff graph. So in this case, my maximum loss is equal to $720, but my potential profit is equal to more than $3,280. And to receive this $3,280, the price of Bitcoin after 90 days has to be equal to $88,000. But still, I will have a profit if the price of Bitcoin will be between this price range. So for example, if the Bitcoin price will be equal to $90,800, I will have a profit of $480. Or if the price of Bitcoin will move down and will be equal to $85,600, I will have a profit of $880. And I don't have to wait these 90 days. As time passes, I have more and more profit. And for example, if the price of Bitcoin will be equal to $88,000 already after 10 days, I will have a massive profit. And I can just close the position and realize the profit. So I'm very flexible here. And my break-even point in this case is equal on the downside to $84,720 and $91,280. And that means if the price of Bitcoin after 90 days at the expiration date will stay between $84,720 and $91,280, I will have a profit. And depends where the price of Bitcoin will be at the expiration date, the profit will vary. And if the price of Bitcoin will equal to $88,000, I will have the maximum profit of $3,280. And also the same strategy I can trade on Deribit by Coinbase exchange. So and here we go, this is a Deribit by Coinbase exchange. And if I would like to execute this strategy on the option chain, I just need to sell 2 call options with the strike price of $88,000 and buy 1 call option with a strike price of $84,000 and also buy 1 call option with a strike price of $92,000. And in this case, I have a balance between bought call options and sold call options. But also I can execute this strategy as one single trade. And for that, I have to open the strategy and click on the combo books and select Bitcoin. And here we go. Here we can find different combo trades, but I need to execute my own strategy. And to do this, I have to click on Create Combo, select the strategy. In this case, this is a butterfly, which I can find under the neutral spread called butterfly. So and here we need to select the expiry date and the strike prices. So in this case, we are going to select the same expiry date, the 12th of December, and now we need to select the strike prices. So once again, as I said, the strike price in the middle will be equal to $88,000 because this is the nearest strike price to the current market price. Let's select the strike price in the middle, which is equal to $88,000. And as you can see, in this case, the 2 call options will be sold. And also we have to select the support level, which is in this case equal to $84,000. So let's select the support level of $84,000 and the last strike price for the upper bound. In our case, this is the strike price which is equal to $92,000. And let's select the strike price which is equal to $92,000. And here we have the same payoff graph as we have on the ByBit exchange. And before we take a look at the payoff graph, let's take a look once again at the strike prices. So as I said, the upper bound and the lower bound has to have the same distance from the current market price, which in our case is equal to $4,000. So that means $4,000 to a lower bound and $4,000 to an upper bound. But in your case, this distance could be tighter or wider. For example, it could be $2,000 or maybe $5,000. And let's take a look at the payoff graph. As you can remember, on Deribit, options are trading in the cryptocurrency. So that means for the premium we have to pay Bitcoin, but also our profit we receive in Bitcoin. So in this case, the maximum loss is equal to 0.0076 Bitcoin. And this is the fair value of this strategy, which is equal to 0.0076 Bitcoin. And the maximum potential profit that I can receive is equal to 0.038 Bitcoin, which is more than 4x of profit. And as it was with example on Bybit, even if the Bitcoin price will not end up at the $88,000, but between the price range, I will still have a profit. For example, in this case, if the price of Bitcoin at the expiration date will be equal to $85,300, my profit in Bitcoin will be equal to 0.0076 Bitcoin. Or for example, if the price of Bitcoin will increase and let's say will be equal to $90,000, in this case, my profit will be equal to 0.0146 Bitcoin. And this is more than 2x. And in this case, my break-even price on an upper bound will be equal to $91,300 and on a lower bound will be equal to roughly $84,700. And if the price of Bitcoin will end up in between, I make a profit. And as I said, if the price of Bitcoin will end up at $88,000 at the expiration date, I will get a maximum profit of 0.0379 Bitcoin. So this is a risky strategy, but the potential profit is very high, as you can see. And if you would like to stay up to date about the cryptocurrency options market, for example, how high is the volatility, which expiration dates have the highest profitability, and ask me different questions, I will be really happy to answer them. You can join my free Discord channel. The link you will find in the description below. And by the way, I am really happy to read each comment. So I will be really happy if you let me know if you have heard about this strategy or not. If you would like to learn more about the cryptocurrency options, I have a great step-by-step guide for beginners. And if you would like to learn more about the option strategies, you can watch my next video here or here. So see you in the next video. Bye!